Our president and all his colleagues find themselves grappling with a profound sense of embarrassment regarding their own gains in the sinister game orchestrated by Donald Trump, also known as Two Generations of Past, where the Drumpf family's once respected name becomes an albatross around the necks of future generations, triggering a transformation into a notorious surname that highlights the plight of a so-called golden spoon child, who will ultimately be scrutinized and stripped bare in society, unable to escape the consequences of his actions, which compel him to confront the American people and admit the truth, as they grapple with the unsettling reality of having boarded the bus of this propaganda machine, desperately attempting to shield themselves from the repercussions of his nighttime predations, while the inevitable truth about his delusional mindset threatens to unravel his carefully constructed facade, revealing a man who has shown little regard for the victims his actions have created, including those heart-wrenching moments when he cursorily acknowledges his propensity to attract younger women, leaving a 60-year-old, wealthy, yet morally questionable individual to face the harsh reality of being cast aside by beautiful young women who would never aspire to associate with someone of such dubious character. As the pressure mounts during a press conference, journalists hover in anticipation, their cameras poised to capture Donald Trump's every word as he grapples with the onslaught of inquiries regarding his questionable decisions and their far-reaching consequences, revealing the fractures in his once unassailable image, while in a dimly lit alleyway nearby, a collective of estranged former supporters congregates, their expressions morphing from admiration to resentment as they voice their feelings of betrayal, realizing that they have been pawns in a game much larger than themselves, manipulated by the very man who claimed to champion their interests with promises that now seem like distant echoes of deceit, a stark reflection of the trust squandered and the disillusionment that has begun to fester within the populace as they come to terms with the reality of the chaos birthed from his administration. In a powerful display of collective frustration, an aerial view showcases a sprawling protest rally filled with passionate individuals waving signs and chanting loudly against Donald Trump, representing a diverse coalition of voices united in their demand for accountability and transformative change. While down on the streets, a close-up reveals a once prominent campaign poster depicting Trump's face, now marred by age and graffiti, symbolizing the dramatic shift in public sentiment as the words, "Make America Great Again," are rendered nearly unrecognizable, reflecting the disillusionment that has taken root within the hearts of those who once believed in his vision, highlighting a crucial turning point where the populace stands resolute, emboldened to reclaim their narrative and confront the disarray left in the wake of his controversial reign. Inside a dimly lit meeting room, a group of apprehensive advisors encircles Donald Trump, their expressions betraying a sense of urgency and frustration as they deliberate on strategies aimed at salvaging his tarnished reputation amidst an escalating wave of public backlash, a scene rife with tension as they weigh the risks of continued loyalty versus the growing demands for accountability. While outside on the pavement, the remnants of a broken golden spoon lie abandoned, an emblematic representation of the shattered dreams of wealth and privilege that once seemed invincible, now powerless, against the resolve of an increasingly aware public that has begun to reject the superficial allure of inherited status in favor of authenticity, signaling a profound shift in societal values that threatens to reshape the landscape of political power. In a momentous courtroom setting buzzing with anticipation, spectators and reporters fill the room, their eyes fixated on Donald Trump as he takes the stand, his demeanor fluctuating between defiance and palpable uncertainty as he faces rigorous scrutiny over his past actions, creating a charged atmosphere where every word carries significant weight. While amidst this tense backdrop, an emotional middle-aged woman stands out in the audience, tears cascading down her cheeks as she clutches a photo of a beloved family member impacted by the very policies that Trump championed, serving as a poignant reminder of the real human costs associated with his tenure, encapsulating the deep pain and disillusionment felt by many who have endured the consequences of decisions made in the corridors of power. Inside a dimly lit television studio, a political commentator leans forward, their voice rising in passion as they delve into the complex implications of Donald Trump's legacy, animatedly gesturing to emphasize the monumental shifts occurring within public opinion, illustrating the growing sentiment against his controversial policies, while simultaneously, a dramatic digital scoreboard flickers on screen, graphically depicting the stark contrast between skyrocketing approval ratings for emerging political leaders and the alarming decline of Trump's own numbers. A striking visual that underscores the evolving landscape of American politics, where the once dominant figure now finds himself grappling with the reality of waning support, signaling a pivotal moment in history as the electorate begins to embrace new visions for the future. In a bustling town hall meeting, the air is thick with energy as citizens passionately voice their frustrations and concerns, some rising from their seats to advocate for a transformative new direction in leadership that prioritizes integrity and accountability, reflecting a growing grassroots movement determined to reshape the political landscape. Simultaneously, a powerful close-up captures a young activist gripping a megaphone tightly, their expression resolute and unwavering, as they rally the crowd around the urgent call for transparency and ethical governance, embodying the spirit of a new generation, ready to challenge the status quo and drive meaningful change in response to years of disillusionment, uniting diverse voices into a collective force that cannot be ignored.